Hello students, welcome to your English class. Students, I hope in the previous classes we have done the tenses and conjunction and you all have prepared that. You all are revising the rules and doing the practice. Now in today's class we are going to take our first three chapters which are related to the sentence. Our first chapter is the sentence. Yes, we will revise this and you will have to learn the rules of all these topics, the sentences, kinds of sentences, subject and predicate. Then in the next worksheet we will give you the questions based on these three chapters so that you can solve them easily. So let's revise this. The first chapter is the sentence. So you all know what is a sentence. A group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. Yes. For example, you can see the hill went up Jack and Jill. In this sentence, there is no sense. Yes, but when we write it like this, Jack and Jill went up the hill. Yes, so it is following the three rules for making the sentence. So it is giving the complete sense. And what are these three rules to frame a sentence? First, it has a complete sense. And all the words are arranged in a proper order. Number two is it begins with a capital letter. A sentence always begins with a capital letter. And number three, it ends with a full stop. If it is a simple sentence, then you can put full stop at the end. But if it is a question, then you will have to put question mark. And if it is an exclamatory, then you will have to put the exclamation sign. So this is the rule to frame a sentence, that first all the words of or group of words are in proper order, which are giving the complete sense or the complete meaning. The next one is it always begins with a capital letter and it ends with full stop, question mark or exclamatory sign. So you all have to do the practice of this one. Now we are coming to the next chapter, that is kinds of sentences. Yes. So how many kinds we have done? We have done first kind is statement or declarative sentence, second interrogative or question sentence, third imperative sentence, fourth exclamatory sentence. So we have done the four kinds of sentences. Yes, now let's revise about them. A sentence that states or declares something is called a declarative sentence or a statement. Yes. For example, the sun rises in the east, the boys were swimming in the river. You can see here, the three rules are followed here. The first letter is capital, all the words are arranged in proper order and it ends with full stop. So it is a proper sentence, and the sentence which states something or declares something, they are known as the declarative or statement sentence. Yes. Now see the second kind. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence or a question. The sentence which is asking a question is known as interrogative sentence. See the example. Who has broken this glass? Second, where is the aeroplane? So in both these question sentence, or you can say interrogative sentence, again the sentence is beginning with capital letter and all the words are in proper order, and at the last there is the question mark because they are starting with the question word and asking the question. So the sentences which are beginning with the question word and having the question mark at the end, they are known as interrogative or question sentence. Now the third one, a sentence that expresses a command, a request or an advice is called an imperative sentence. See the example, Peter, shut the door. It is a command. Now please bring me a glass of water. It is a request. So these kinds of sentences are known as imperative sentences. Again see, both are starting with the capital letter, Peter P capital, please P capital, and at the last there is the full stop and all the words are arranged in proper order. Yes. Now see the fourth. A sentence that expresses some strong or sudden feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. Yes. See the example. How beautiful this rose is. What a noise they are making. So they are showing sudden feeling. Yes. So these are the exclamatory sentences, and see how H capital, what W capital. So both the sentences are starting with capital letter. All the words are arranging in proper order and giving the meaning, proper meaning, and at the last you can see the exclamatory sign here. Yes. So you all have to learn all these kinds. So every sentence begins with the capital letter. A full stop is placed at the end of every declarative or imperative sentence, and a question mark is placed at the end of every interrogative sentence. An exclamatory mark is placed at the end of every exclamatory sentence. Okay, so you all have to learn all these rules. Now we have done the exercise also, that you will have to tell the kind of sentence, just like keep off the grass. Here it is the command, so it is an imperative sentence. How old is your elder sister? You can see the question mark is at the end, so it is a question sentence, so you write interrogative. Honesty is the best policy. In this, this sentence is stating something, so it is declarative sentence. And number 4, how foolish I have been. You can see here is the sudden feeling and there is the exclamatory sign at the last, so it is an exclamatory sentence. So in this way you will have to practice about these kinds of sentences. Now we are coming to unit 3, that is subject and predicate. This is it also having the sentences. So what do you mean by subject? A person or thing we speak about in a sentence is called the subject, and what is said about the subject is called the predicate. Yes. And again, once again, the subject talks about some person or thing, and the predicate says something about that person or thing. For example, the cows are grazing in the field. Yes. So in this sentence we are talking about the cows, and what we say? We say about the cow that they are grazing in the field. So are grazing in the field is the predicate part, and the cows is the subject part. Now see the examples here. Aman is the subject, help the blind man. The little girl, subject, predicate, is mopping the floor. Subject, birds, predicate, fly. The dog, subject, barked at the stranger, is the predicate part. So we see that the subject and the predicate may each consist of a single word or a number of words. So in subject there can be one word or more than one or two word, and in predicate also there can be one word or more than that. Clear? So you all have to revise all this. Now one more type of sentence, that is the imperative sentence. Sometimes the subject is understood or left out in the following sentences, just like in imperative. The subject is you is left out, just like come in, sit down. So what is the subject in these kinds of sentences? It really means you come in, you sit down. So it is well understood in the command sentences or in the request, that which are starting with the verb directly, that they have the subject you. Okay, so you all have to learn all these rules, all these do the practice of all these 3 topics, and then we will solve the revision worksheet. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice time.